In a shocking turn of events, Keir Starmer's political career may be finished. The Labour leader, once hailed as the party's last hope, now faces total collapse. A live TV moment detonated a scandal so severe it sent shockwaves through Parliament, unions, and the British people. Silence from Starmer has only deepened the crisis. Will he step down or take Labour down with him? The clock is ticking. Keir Starmer is no longer just a politician under pressure. He's a man cornered by history. In just the past few hours, the Labour Party has gone from unstable to unravelling, and now dangerously close to disintegration. The fallout from the £4 million undeclared influence scandal has triggered something far bigger than anyone expected. Starmer, once the polished face of Labour's revival, now finds himself buried under the weight of public fury, collapsing party loyalty, and whispers of constitutional collapse. Across the country, Labour's inner machinery is grinding to a halt. Regional officers are resigning en masse. Local campaign hubs in key battlegrounds across the Midlands and North are shuttering. Lifelong volunteers who once went door-to-door chanting Starmer's name now refuse to even speak it. Labour's backbone, the unions, have snapped. Unite has frozen all funding. The GMB released a public statement so damning it shook the party to its core. "We do not bankroll deception." That one line felt like the death knell of Starmer's leadership. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, things are spiralling into chaos. Whitehall is on edge. Emergency meetings are taking place late into the night with senior civil servants and constitutional lawyers debating a terrifying question. What happens if Starmer refuses to go? For the first time since the Second World War, experts are quietly discussing whether the Speaker of the House, or even the Crown, might be forced to step in. The phrase constitutional crisis isn't a theory anymore. It's a possibility hanging over the nation. Reform UK and growing sections of the Conservative Party are now calling loudly for an emergency general election. Their message is clear: the people must decide. But with Parliament in gridlock and public trust evaporating, even the Tories are walking on eggshells. Rishi Sunak's government has seized the moment to push for new transparency laws. But make no mistake, this isn't a moment of bipartisan cooperation. It's a political free-for-all. Inside Labour, the rebellion is no longer in whispers. Momentum, the once powerful grassroots wing, has declared open war. Their message is blunt. The rot is at the top. They're threatening a breakaway faction if Starmer doesn't resign immediately. A former Labour minister, trembling during a rare televised interview, said it best. "This isn't just a scandal, it's a funeral for modern Labour, and the funeral pyre is already burning. Even murmurs of a replacement are starting to surface." Lisa Nandy's name has been floated as the potential head of a caretaker government, backed by a fragile pact between disillusioned centrists and desperate remnants of the old left. It's a last-ditch attempt to keep the Labour brand alive before it collapses completely. But as Labour burns, Starmer remains silent. No press conference, no tweet, no denial, nothing. That silence is now being interpreted as guilt by the public, betrayal by his party, and cowardice by his rivals. And in the information vacuum, conspiracy theories are exploding online. Was this all part of a larger cover-up? Did the EU trade talks involve secret deals and undeclared gifts? As truth and fiction blend in the digital storm, one thing is certain: people no longer believe in the system. International reaction has only added fuel to the fire. Across Brussels, once eager to work with a Labour-led UK, European officials are distancing themselves from Starmer. Foreign media headlines are brutal. The collapse of British Labour reads one front page in Lyon. This isn't just a domestic crisis, it's a global embarrassment. Legal scholars now warn that if Labour doesn't fix this within weeks, the UK could be thrust into a full-blown constitutional emergency. Some are even suggesting that the monarchy or judiciary may be forced to intervene for the sake of national stability. That hasn't happened in modern times. But these are not normal times. And as this political nightmare unfolds, Labour's financial lifeblood is drying up. Donors are quietly backing out. Some are redirecting funds to independents. Others are simply vanishing. Councillors from so-called safe Labour wards are stepping down, unable to support what they now call a corrupt and collapsing institution. On national television, Labour MPs are admitting defeat. ITV, Sky and BBC have dropped regular programming to cover what is being called the largest political implosion in modern British history. Inside Starmer's own circle, the silence is deafening. Advisors have gone dark. Press liaisons have cancelled all public appearances. Security has been tightened around Starmer's home in North London. No one knows what he's thinking, or even if he's still in control. The man who once commanded headlines now hides from them. So what happens next? There are three possibilities, and none of them are clean. Starmer could resign, immediately, and try to salvage what's left of Labour's future. Or he could attempt to cling to power, risking the total destruction of the party, and perhaps even the stability of Parliament itself. The third? A split. The centrists might try to preserve Labour's branding, while a new, more radical party rises from the ashes on the left. But for now, Starmer stands alone, abandoned, accused, and surrounded by crumbling walls. His silence is no longer a strategy, it's a sentence. And every minute he stays quiet, the clock ticks louder. This isn't just a scandal, it's a turning point, a defining moment for British democracy. The question now isn't just whether Keir Starmer will step down, it's whether the country can survive if he doesn't.